Hey, good to see you. Well, good afternoon, friends and guests of Oulton College. Welcome to our Flanders campus, and thank you for your attention, your attendance today at a remarkable moment in the history of a remarkable New Brunswick institution. We'd like to start by acknowledging that the land on which we gather today is the traditional and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq peoples. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, which the Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik and Passamaquoddy peoples first signed with the British Crown of King George in 1725. These treaties did not deal with the surrender of lands and resources. Instead, they recognized the Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik peoples and established the rules for what was to be an ongoing relationship of peace, friendship, mutual respect between nations whose modes of life and spirituality were very different. It's my pleasure today to introduce my colleague, Ms. Rowan Robichaud, our Manager of Operations and College Admissions.
Thank you, Robin. Dr. Robin Lethang is our Vice President Academic, notre Vice-Président Académique. Welcome everyone, bienvenue à tous. I have some housekeeping details to give you a sense of how we see the next hour coming together. There will be guided tours of the nursing lab at the end of the formal presentations. Il y aura des visites guidées du laboratoire de nursing à la fin des présentations. Also, I should point out the location of our washrooms. If you have not seen them yet, they're down the second hallway to your left. Finally, it's a delight to welcome everyone. Finalement, c'est un plaisir de vous accueillir ici aujourd'hui.
Amongst our friends and guests, there are certain individuals here today that we would like to recognize from the podium. The Honorable Bruce Fitch, MLA, our Minister of Health, is here, together with the Honorable Greg Turner, MLA. We have the Honorable Ernie Steeves, the Minister of Finance, the Honorable Sherry White, Minister of Service, New Brunswick, and from the City of Moncton, Councillor Monique LeBlanc is here.
Also joining us today is our Director of Nursing, Sherry Rudolph, and on video, we will hear from some remarks from the CEO of Horizon, Margaret Melanson, the Vice President of People and Culture at Shanex, Vanessa White, and CEO and Registrar of the Nurses Association of New Brunswick.
So before we turn the microphone over to our special guest, I'd like just to offer a few remarks as the Vice President here about our very first speaker today, the President of the College, before she comes up to the podium. Darcy Reed-Path, together with our Chief Financial Officer and co-owner of the college, Mr. Aaron Robichaud, have carried on a tradition that began in 1956, and between them have managed to build one of the most vibrant and friendly and hardworking post-secondary institutions that I have ever had the privilege of being a part of. I have worked as a professor and administrator at 6 Canadian universities, from Newfoundland to Alberta, over a span of 35 years, and I've never come across a place that's more conducive to high quality teaching and student satisfaction. We are, as the poet Wordsworth would say, happy warriors. I also think Greg Turner is a happy warrior. Every day we work to transmit and pass on knowledge and skills and competencies to our learners for the purposes of their social mobility, their future careers, and choice-filled lives. And we go about that work with camaraderie and mutual respect and joy. That is the culture that these two individuals have built at Oulton College over the last 2 decades. And I might add that as co-owners and operators, Aaron and Darcy are not merely involved in the mission of the college, they are committed. As I was eating my Egg McMuffin this morning with sausage, I thought, you know, the hen was involved, but the pig was committed. And thank you, Darcy and Aaron, for your hard work, your vision, and your leadership. And with that, I'll ask the President of Oulton College, Darcy Reed-Path, to say a few words.
Welcome, Abshalasi, bienvenue à tous et à tous. Welcome Minister Turner, Minister Fitch, Minister Wilson, Winnick, and others that I may not be seeing from up here. Welcome to all of you. You are all very special to Oultons. Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Robin. For 25 years, I have been with Oulton, doing a variety of roles and loving every one of them. Early in my career here, I knew that being an owner was where I needed to be in order to impact change at the level I envisioned. In 2005, a long time ago, that dream became a reality. And I thank Mr. Brian Baxter for the courage he gave me to take that step. Each year has brought new opportunities and exciting challenges. As we travel through the years, Erin joined as co-owner with me, developing new programs, hiring and developing staff, endless student success stories, cultivating many, many important stakeholder relationships, and so on. We have always stayed committed to the words that Mr. Oulton often said in the 1950s, urgently respond to labor market needs. Those were some of his words. In fact, in my office today, I have the first picture of the first graduating class of 1957 Oulton students. And on it, it says, Stairway to Efficiency. More words to live by. Over 65 years later, here we are again, keeping the legacy alive. There was an obvious gap about 5 years ago for me here. We were well into practical nursing programming, and at the same time, watching the province struggle with a shortage of nurses and a shortage of healthcare services for our citizens. But nursing degrees can only be offered at a university, right? That seemed like just the challenge I needed. So here we are today to announce the official launch of the 3-year accelerated Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program at our very own privately owned New Brunswick College. Let me tell you a little story about how this all happened. I feel like I just ran a marathon and about to begin the sprint, but this is how it went. It all began in 2019. I was in Nashville celebrating an upcoming wedding Jason and I were planning. In Nashville, Trevor Holder, the Minister of Post-Secondary Education, Training and Labor at the time, called me and he said, Darcy, I'm granting you the permission to begin the pursuit of becoming a degree granting institution. For us, that meant nursing eventually. There were a number of lengthy processes and approvals. Some people like Rachel Brown in the crowd can only empathize with me on that. Our team worked tirelessly to navigate and prepare for all of the required stages. The collaboration with our government got stronger, and we can all say that every one of us has learned from this experience. The first time that a private college, sought designation for degree granting in this province. Exactly 5 years from that date, last week, I was in Nashville when I received Minister Turner's letter congratulating us on receiving ministerial consent, the final and last step before we could officially launch this today. Today, this team, our team, Oulton College, is now able to confer degrees and offer a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program beginning in the fall 2024. While in Nashville last week, touring the Music Hall of Fame, I see a striking statement in the Patty Loveless cabinet or showcase. And it says, a strong characteristic of a good country song is authenticity, a genuine, heartfelt performance that can make a song unforgettable. It struck me there in that moment that this entire team has worked from exactly that place. Authentic, genuine, heartfelt strength. Now, the impact of working in that spirit may not be visible to all of you. What it means is that this little college that thought they could has made history, showing Canada that private career colleges can transform and become a university in order to meet demands of critical labor market shortages like in nursing. I need to mention a few key players that supported us along the way. Dr. Robin Lethang, Vice President of Academic, brought his experience and his game to Oulton to help us gain the institutional degree granting status. Dr. Joanne Whitty-Rogers, Judy Monroe, Anne Mann, Sue McCachran, Terry Keane, and many, many other curriculum developers worked hours for years on program design, structure, and framework. At times, it felt like a mining exercise. We had to have hope that finding the gold would be there. It's what kept us going. And a year ago, Sherry Rudolph joined us from Saskatchewan, where her skills and leadership from academia have been key to getting us here today. A real piece of gold. Milestones that we are so proud of. Oulton College, a degree granting institution offering a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Alors que nous célébrons maintenant la Semaine des infirmières, cette équipe, cet collège peut être fier qu'on est encore une fois innovateur. Merci.
Thank you, Darcy. Merci, Darcy. Next on our list of speakers is the Honorable Bruce Fitch, MLA, Minister of Health. As you may have heard, it is special to have Minister Fitch here today because after 35 years of public service, he has recently announced his retirement. Minister Fitch, over to you.
Yikes. We need to update that picture. Oh, that threw me off. Listen, good afternoon, everyone. Bon après-midi, tout le monde. Je suis très heureuse d'être ici aujourd'hui pour cette bonne annonce. Et je vous dis félicitations, Darcy, Aaron et l'équipe ici à Oulton College. C'est bonne nouvelle aujourd'hui. Je suis très contente ici pour cette annonce. So thank you everyone for being here today. My goodness, what Darcy really knows how to pull together a crowd, that's for sure. But I do want to say congratulations to Darcy and Aaron and the team here at Oulton's Business College. And certainly this great announcement here that people can receive their nursing, Bachelor of Science nursing degree in 3 years. In 3 years. I'm going to squeeze a water. Thank you very much. This is, who created the saying, necessity is the mother of invention? Anybody? Anybody? Come on, Seth, you should know that.
I'm inventing still.
But Darcy saw the need, shortage of healthcare workers here in the province of New Brunswick, actually globally. And she didn't let that red tape deter her. She went at it. We've had a number of meetings. I was at some of them, and the energy, the excitement, the dedication, the zeal in order to get this done is evident here today. So congratulations, Darcy. Well done. Give her a hand. Certainly, when we look at the budget that was approved for the Department of Health in the last budget year, just a month ago, to where we allocated $3.8 billion to healthcare here in the province of New Brunswick. One of the key elements was that it would be a patient-focused system. And I think the fact that Darcy is training RNs that will be able to work in that system to, again, have that training to know that patients are the focus. Good outcomes are the focus of our healthcare system here in the province of New Brunswick. And making sure that there's a complete team, a whole team, is so important to have that work environment, that balance between work and life. And that when you show up to a shift, you have a full shift and you're not short 3 or 4 or 5 potential workers, which makes the work fall on whoever shows up, which makes it sometimes harder to show up because, I wonder who's going to show up today. So we've been making progress. We've been working with the RHAs, with HealthLink, with some of the long-term care. I know Shannon's was mentioned. We created a human resource division in 2022 when I came on board. And we now have about 20 people coordinating the recruitment within the province of New Brunswick. And the other day, we had a meeting where the RHAs were there, Vitality and Horizon, HealthLink was there. We had the Medical Society there. We also had the College of Physicians. And that was the focus that we're putting on recruitment, because we're building within. When we see the extra seats that are being put on here starting this fall, so that's right around the corner. And there has been some significant increases in the numbers that have been hired. Since 2018, there's a net increase of more than 1,000 LPNs and RNs within the RHAs. Between April 1, 23 and January 17th, 2024, the RHAs have hired a total of 509 permanent RNs and LPNs for a net increase of just under 200. So progress is occurring. But I tell you this, there's still need for more RNs within the system. And when I talk within the system, it's a large continuum, whether it's within the RHAs, the long-term care, and some of the other opportunities between in the community, in the clinics, providing people with the care that they need. And I'll tell you this, when those students walk across the stage in 3 years, it may not be me sitting there, but I'll tell you, they'll have a job waiting for them. So if there's any potential students that that are looking for a job, 36 months is not a long time. And when you're my age, that goes by pretty quickly. So again, I just want to say congratulations, félicitations, bon travail, and you weren't deterred. You weren't put off by some of the things you had to do, and I know it was frustrating once or twice, but you've got the success. You're here today, and congratulations. You're here to celebrate with all your friends and your team, and I just want to say thank you very much for the work you do. Félicitations.
Thank you, Minister Fitch. Next on our list is Minister Greg Turner. Greg is the Minister responsible for immigration, the Minister responsible for Opportunities New Brunswick, the Minister responsible for economic development and small business. And as if that was not enough, couldn't they find anybody else? Anyway, Mr. Turner is finally Minister of Post-Secondary Education, Training and Labor for the province of New Brunswick. He is in effect the Minister of everything. Thank you for being here. Welcome, Minister Turner.
Well, thank you, Robin, for the kind introduction. It's always interesting. You never quite know where it's going to go. But anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to be with all of you here today. It's an amazing turnout. I got to say, when I walked through the doors, you could hear the excitement. You could hear the noise out in the park before the doors open. You could hear it out there. And Darcy and how to throw a party. You always have, and you always will. You're incredible, the job that you do pulling these things together. She's talking about memories back in time. My memory is a little shorter. I got elected in 2020. We became friends almost instantly because this is Moncton South, my home riding. For those of you who don't know where we are, I thought I'd point that out. But anyway, became great friends with Darcy over that time, visiting the different facilities that she had, listening to her dreams, listening to her vision, and it's just amazing the progress that she's made in that time. So congratulations to you. You know, most people go to Vegas to get lucky. Obviously, you go to Nashville and it works out for you. This thing with that, listen to how the stories run. I've never been to Nashville. I got to check it out. It sounds like it's a great spot. But anyway, no, you've done some wonderful things in a very, very short amount of time. In my world, about a year ago, the phone rang and it was Darcy. Look, we're having a graduation. We'd love for you to be the special speaker. I said, well, Darcy, I'm only an MLA. Like, you know, it's all kinds of ministers kicking around town. Like, no, we want you. We want you. You know, you're our MLA. We want you. You worked hard with us and all that. So I said, okay, great, I'll do it. I said, where is it? She said, the Avenir Center. I said, the Avenir Center? I said, could you get any place any larger? No, that's where we go. We go bigger, we stay home. So anyway, sure enough, the Avenir Center, it was a beautiful setup. They do a great job of what we do. It's always first class. And by the turnout here today, you can tell the community is really excited about what's going on here, obviously for New Brunswick and also for our region. Thank you very much for this announcement today. We're all excited. I'm probably one of the oldest people in the room. I know your dad's right here. He's looking for some stamps, actually. Maybe getting some stamps. He wants stamps. But anyway, I'm one of those guys that kind of remembers when the Moncton Hospital was built, actually. I remember that happening. I mean, growing up on Edgewood Avenue and West Lane in that area. But one of the things they had was a school of nursing on West Lane. And the residence was there, the nurses lived there, and you know, it was really great in-house. So over the years, we kind of got away from that, and now we're kind of going to get back to that. And I think with your efforts here today, and I'm also one of those guys in the room that actually knew Gordon Oulton very, very well when the school started. Not when it started, maybe, but through my history on Main Street, working with him. Great guy and a great visionary, and you've obviously bought into that, you know. So thank you for that, and I'm sure Brian would be happy as well to hear, you know, to see what you're doing. So good afternoon, everyone. It's so great to be here today on this important occasion for sure. It's a big day for Oulton College, for the Moncton region, and for our province overall, as they mark a new era for the education they offer. I want to thank Darcy and the rest of her team for this great news and for their hard work that they put in to reach this point. On behalf of our government, I want to congratulate you on this accomplishment and to acknowledge the fact that today's announcement will both advance the post-secondary education sector, enhance nursing education, and recruitment here in New Brunswick. As Minister of Post-Secondary Education, Training, and Labor, take it from me, obtaining designation to confer degrees takes a significant effort. And I want to thank you for mentioning Trevor Holder, because obviously he is a real visionary and a great minister of this department, played a great role in making sure this all came to be. So thank you for mentioning his involvement, because it is important. To receive approval to confer a degree, institutions are required to submit to a thorough assessment of both their operations and of the proposed program. And I know she knows that so well. Assessments are carried out by the Maritime Provinces Higher Education Commission, which can take months or years to complete, with lots of back and forth with the institution. Again, she knows all about that, but she's stuck with it. Once the review is complete, a recommendation is submitted to the minister for final approval. We've been hearing about Oulton's plans for some time, and as a Moncton resident, I've got to tell you, I was pretty excited when this one finally came across my desk for signature. It was exciting. I couldn't believe it, actually. Finally, we're there. Oulton College has clearly demonstrated that they're ready to take this the next step in their journey, and we are confident that this step will lead to more great things from this college that carries a university mentality. We both know that. With regard to the nursing program specifically, we are so pleased that New Brunswick is getting yet another option for post-secondary students who want to pursue a career in the nursing field. Since we assumed office, our government has worked very hard to address the challenges with human resources in the healthcare sector, particularly with respect to nurses. After years of inaction by the previous government, we knew we had to make nursing one of our top priorities. That's why we challenged our post-secondary institutions to increase enrollment in nursing programs and to be innovative in terms of how we are educating our future nurses. I'm thankful that our post-secondary institutions have stepped up in a big way, and we have had several proposals from other institutions to bolster nursing education. One of the key pillars of our nursing resource strategy was the enhancement of nursing education in New Brunswick. And I can confidently say that we have accomplished this here today. We are seeing record numbers of of students enrolled in nursing programs. When we assumed office, enrollment stood at 888 across our nursing programs. This has increased to 1,689, an increase of almost 90%. And there are many more pathways available to our students choosing this career. Today, with this announcement by Oulton, options are getting even greater. So, in closing, I just want to reiterate our appreciation for what Oulton is doing in response to our labor force needs, and to once again congratulate them on this achievement. We look forward to more great news out of this campus. Thank you very much. That's the challenge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Turner. It's my turn to invite our Director of Nursing, Ms. Sherry Rudolph, to say a few words.
Thank you for that warm welcome. I wasn't expecting that. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sherry Rudolph. I am the Director of Nursing here at Oulton College, and I'm very, very proud to be standing here in front of you today to launch the announcement of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege of standing before you today at the beginning of National Nurses Week 2024 to express the profound importance of nursing, a profession that embodies compassion, dedication, and commitment to the well-being of others. As we navigate through the complexities of healthcare, nurses serve as the backbone, guiding patients through their health journey from birth to the twilight of life. Nurses are there at the very beginning, welcoming new life into the world with tenderness and care. They cradle newborns in their arms, providing comfort not only to the infant, but to the anxious parents, offering guidance and support as they embark on this incredible journey of parenthood. But the role of the nurse doesn't end there. Throughout our lives, nurses stand as guardians of health, offering solace in times of illness and uncertainty. They administer medications with precision, monitor vital signs with diligence, and provide a comforting presence during moments of pain and distress. In hospitals, clinics, and homes, nurses work tirelessly, often behind the scenes, to ensure that each patient receives the highest quality of care. And as we reflect on the significance of nursing, we must also recognize the pivotal role of quality nursing education. Oulton College is embarking on a momentous occasion, being the first private college in the Atlantic provinces to gain degree granting status with our Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. Nursing is not merely a profession, it's a calling that requires a comprehensive understanding of medical science, a keen sense of empathy, and the ability to adapt to ever-evolving healthcare landscapes. Quality nursing education equips aspiring nurses with the knowledge and skills needed to navigate the complexities of modern healthcare. It instills in them a sense of ethical responsibility and empowers them to advocate for their patients' needs. From anatomy and physiology to pharmacology and patient care techniques, a robust nursing education lays the foundation for excellence in practice. But beyond the textbooks and lectures, quality nursing education fosters critical thinking and problem solving, essential for delivering holistic care. It encourages lifelong learning and embraces diversity, recognizing that each patient is unique and deserves personalized attention. As we look to the future of healthcare, the importance of quality nursing education cannot be overstated. In a world grappling with pandemics, chronic diseases, and healthcare disparities, we need competent and compassionate nurses more than ever before. So let us celebrate the invaluable contributions of nurses and the significance of quality nursing education. Let us honor the nurses who dedicate their lives to the service of others, whose compassion knows no bounds, and whose impact extends far beyond the confines of hospital walls. In closing, I urge each of us to recognize the profound privilege it is to be part of someone's health journey, from the first breath at birth to the last breath at death. We are privileged to be a part of the patient's life, but also the family's. So whether as a nurse, a healthcare professional, or a supportive member of society, let us stand together championing the importance of nursing and quality nursing education for generations to come at Oulton College. Thank you.
I should have done this earlier, I think, but you mentioned family, and I just wanted to recognize from the podium and with warm regards, Darcy's mom and dad are here. Mr. Reed Platt and Mrs. Reverend Reed Platt. It's very nice to see you guys. Thank you, Sherry. We do have some messages now to convey to you from partners of the college. They could not be here today, so we have a couple of videos that you'll see here, followed by, I think Rowan's going to read a letter from the CEO and Registrar of the National Association of New Brunswick Association of Nurses, following the videos.
Congratulations to Oulton College and all those involved for launching this program to grow the number of nurses who will receive their education in our wonderful province. This program will directly and positively impact our healthcare system here in New Brunswick. The safe and quality care that we provide in every area of Horizon simply cannot happen without the exceptional work of our nursing staff. In the last year, Horizon hired 629 registered nurses, and our drive to recruit and retain nurses will continue in the years to come. We onboarded 199 nursing students through our Student Nurse Advancement Pledge program, which supports nursing students in seamlessly transitioning from student to nurse. It is one of the most important programs to recruit and retain dedicated nurses. So we are thrilled at this opportunity to collaborate. More New Brunswick nursing students ultimately means more nurses making a difference in the lives of New Brunswickers.
On behalf of the team at Shannox, I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations to the Oulton College team on the addition of your Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. We look forward to continuing our partnership and working together to lead the way to better living for seniors in New Brunswick.
A written message from Kate Shepherd. Kate Shepherd, the CEO and Registrar of the New Brunswick Association, Nurses Association of New Brunswick. The Nurses Association of New Brunswick has the responsibility to set nursing education program standards and to approve nursing education programs in the province. After a careful and thorough review, Oulton College's Bachelor of Science in Nursing has been granted preliminary approval by NANB Board of Directors, which means that graduates from this program are eligible for registration. Thank you to our partners for offering their comments from a distance today. It is now time for Ministers Fitch and Turner, together with Darcy and Sherry, to unveil an image that displays the curriculum framework of our new Bachelors of Science in Nursing program. Il est maintenant temps de dévoiler une image qui représente notre nouveau programme, le baccalauréat en sciences infirmières.
I can see where you.
I can't believe we got it all on one page. Yeah, why don't you?
So this is our curricular framework for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. A curricular framework is important because it provides a structured outline for designing educational programs and courses. It helps ensure coherence, consistency, and alignment in the curriculum, ensuring that learning objectives, content, and assessments are all interconnected and support the overall educational goals. A well-designed curricular framework can help educators organize their teaching, assess student progress, and ensure that students acquire the necessary knowledge and skills to succeed academically and professionally. You will notice that at the center of the BSCN framework are our nursing students, who are leaders in the provision of holistic care to the public of New Brunswick and abroad. We are very proud to say that as we developed our curriculum, that this framework has guided the process, ensuring that at the forefront of our minds was the importance of the student in the delivery of first-class nursing education.
And with that, we have arrived at the conclusion of the formal part of the gathering here today. At this time, you're invited to stay for more refreshments and also for the tours. There are guides that will be taking groups of 15 or so down to the nursing lab for a look around and some more conversation. And if that first group could include, please, the president of the college and the politicians and media. They have lots to talk about, so if they could be the first ones to go and then others after that. Thank you very much for being here today. It's been tremendous seeing you. Thank you.
Okay.